And
they're angry.
It's different from country to country. Germany, for example, listen to this, 60% of German Muslims are for gay marriage. That's twice what Republicans believe in this country. Seriously. 90% of German Muslims think democracy is the way to go. Whereas in the UK, 0% of Muslims believe in gay rights.
And actually, going back to that point, if you also look at one of the few European countries that has not had an anemic economy, going back to Josh's point, has been Germany. So you cannot look at how economics doesn't also play into a sense of retrenchment and this almost anti-immigration push that's taken place, because when you're looking for people to blame, you remember the movie The American President, right? When they said, how do you win elections? You tell people to be afraid of it, and then you tell people who's to blame for it. And that's exactly what's happened so much throughout Europe, which also makes it a very dangerous situation.
But what happens when someone is to blame for it?
Well, I think when people are to blame...
Should we lie about that?
No, it's not about lying about it. And I think even going back to the point about whether or not you even say the word, radical Islamism or radical Muslims, I think, so first, I agree with David Cameron that you need to call something what it actually is. However, I also think that the president is right in understanding the difference between radical Islam and the radicalization of Islam. And I think the caution that he's trying to push is how you call something, how you define something, and how you speak about something. It does matter.
But it's really more how they speak about it. I said this last week, the bright spot here is I'm getting new heroes, like Charlie Hebdo. I finally have a hero. When interviewers say to me, who's your hero? They are. I got a new one, the mayor of Rotterdam. He's a Muslim. He said, if you don't like freedom, for heaven's sake, pack your bags and leave. Yeah. He said, if you do not like it here because some humorist you don't like are making a newspaper, may I then say you can fuck off? How do we activate the fuck off wing of Muslim people? How do we make it so, we hear that word a lot, that phrase in America a lot, socially unacceptable. You're going to make something socially How do you make radical violence socially unacceptable?
Well, I think what's so fascinating and important about that is there's always this criticism. There's this constant criticism that people within the Islamic community don't come out after a major attack. They don't come out in groups. They don't come out individually. They never, it's not that they're condoning it, but their silence speaks to a bigger problem, which is that if they themselves can't come out against their own people, then how is that ever going to end within that society? And for me, Maher, Marion Barry coming out and saying fuck off is a wonderful moment, because it shows that some people are willing to stand up against this.